James Whitaker was the unsung hero of Apex Dynamics, a mid-sized tech firm specializing in cybersecurity solutions. His code was the backbone of their flagship firewall system, protecting major banks from cyber threats. His desk, cluttered with dual monitors and a faded Arsenal mug, sat in a quiet corner of the open-plan office. For 5 years, he'd poured his nights and weekends into perfecting the system, earning quiet nods from clients but little fanfare from his boss, Victor Langley. One foggy Tuesday in July 2025, Victor Langley called James Whitaker into his office, a sterile room with a view of the Thames. "You've done solid work," Victor Langley said, avoiding eye contact. "But we're pivoting." "Your roles no longer needed." James Whitaker's jaw tightened. "Pivoting? My code runs the entire platform. What's this about?" Victor Langley shrugged, his voice flat. "Business decision. You'll get 2 months severance." By noon, James Whitaker was boxing up his belongings, his Arsenal mug nestled among cables. As he left, he overheard a junior dev muttering about Toby starting work tomorrow, a fresh uni graduate who'd failed coding twice. James Whitaker's blood ran cold. This wasn't a pivot, it was a family favor, and he was the casualty. In his cluttered Hackney flat, James Whitaker sat on a sagging sofa, staring at his laptop. The sting of betrayal burned, but he wasn't one to wallow. He'd always been a fixer. As he sipped a lukewarm tea, he remembered a hidden diagnostic tool he'd built into Apex's system years ago, a backdoor for debugging, buried in code only he could decipher. Curious, James Whitaker logged in using old credentials. The dashboard revealed a mess caused by Toby. Misconfigured settings, sloppy patches, ignored error logs, client complaints piled up, system lags, false alerts. Toby was out of his depth, and Victor Langley was covering for him, reassigning projects to Toby's name. James Whitaker noticed something else. Toby had been downloading core files, proprietary algorithms James Whitaker had spent years refining. He wasn't just incompetent, he was stealing. James Whitaker's fingers hovered over the keyboard. He could expose Toby now, but that was too loud. Instead, he chose to watch and wait. Over the next month, James Whitaker took a freelance gig in Shoreditch, coding for a startup. Meanwhile, he monitored Apex through his backdoor. Toby's incompetence was a slow-motion disaster: slipped deadlines, irritable clients, waning system stability. James Whitaker didn't sabotage outright. He made subtle tweaks, a delayed backup, a misrouted log. Small enough to look like Toby's errors, big enough to raise eyebrows. By September, Apex's board was restless. James Whitaker crafted an anonymous persona, System Admin X, sending encrypted emails to the audit committee using Apex's jargon. Check the system logs for Q3. Look at admin activity on the 12th of August, 25. Why are proprietary files renamed? Each email planted doubt, backed by screenshots and timestamps. Toby's charm, flashy presentations, loud promises, faltered. Clients pulled contracts, citing unreliable service. Victor Langley, desperate, praised Toby in memos while blaming legacy issues. The board wasn't convinced. They launched an audit, and James Whitaker stepped back, letting truth work. The audit was surgical. Investigators found Toby's trail: duplicated files, unsigned agreements, a botched update costing a bank £2 million. They discovered James Whitaker's old protocols, proving his safeguards were ignored. The board saw his digital fingerprints, a testament to his foresight. Toby was sacked quietly, access revoked overnight. Victor Langley followed, resigning under pressure. No fanfare, just a curt email: leadership changes effective immediately. Apex's stock dipped, and mismanagement whispers spread through London's tech scene. James Whitaker walked into Cyberpeak's sleek King's Cross office, holding his Arsenal mug. The boardroom was packed with execs who knew his story, not rumors, but truth from Apex's collapse. They offered Director of Systems Architecture, with a team to rebuild their platform. James Whitaker accepted, then tracked down former Apex colleagues, including Elena. He offered them roles at Cyber Peak, building a team that hummed with efficiency. Within months, their system outshone Apex's, winning back clients. James Whitaker kept a file labeled Legacy on his desktop, a log from his final Apex commit, a reminder of what he'd overcome. Victor Langley's startup flopped, and Toby was bartending in Camden, his smug grin gone. Did James Whitaker do the right thing by exposing Toby and Victor Langley? He didn't destroy Apex, he exposed cracks, letting their incompetence finish the job. Walking away might have been cleaner, but it would have left the lie intact. His quiet nudges, anonymous emails, subtle tweaks weren't revenge, they were accountability. In a world where loyalty is traded for shortcuts, his calculated justice felt fair. What do you think? Should he have let it go, or was exposing them the right call?